No, I can't. No, I can't let the Iceologer go. It is my life. It is my YouTube channel. I can't let it go. Oh, we're recording. Welcome back, everybody, to my channel. My name is Iceologer. Just ignore everything that happened just a second ago. Just don't worry about that. So the Iceologer has been, obviously, a very big part of my channel, and it's clear as day that I voted the Iceologer at Minecraft Live, and so did plenty of my viewers. I know a lot of people on my channel love the Iceologer. They hate the Glow Squid. They don't like Dream because of the whole controversy. So I figured, let's end the Iceologer saga. That's a complete lie. I'm probably going to continue to milk the Iceologer saga and make more videos on it, but let's call it the end of the saga just for now. So today I want to talk about what is the Iceologer's chances of making it into Minecraft one day. So let's talk about that this video. Let's break it down in depth like I do it on my channel all the time, besides Sunday speedrunning and Minecraft Map Saturday. Let's get to breaking it down. I want to start it off with talking about why I believe the Iceologer should have won in the first place. Now this ties big time into its chances of making it into the game. The Iceologer is a Cliffs mob, one half of the 1.17 Caves in the Cliffs update, right? The Glow Squid is going to be added in 1.17, right? But the Glow Squid is an underwater mob. Wouldn't it have made sense to have the Iceologer win, since it's a Cliffs mob? That's where its chances are quite high. I do believe the Iceologer has a strong possibility of making it into the game this update. Believe it or not, I do strongly believe it could make it into the game, based off the fact that it is a Cliffs mob, one half of the 1.17 Caves in the Cliffs update. And I think Mojang's going to look at that, and, maybe they will add it, because it makes sense. It just makes sense. And Mojang, I don't know if they'll actually add it. If they don't add it, I won't be too mad, honestly. The update is awesome in its own right. But if it does get added, that'll be fantastic. And I think it would make sense. Again, it's a Cliffs mob, and it's one half of the Caves in the Cliffs update. It kind of makes sense, right? It makes sense, alright? Let's get on to our next point, which is Mojang could simply add all three mobs. I've talked about this possibility, and I think there's a strong possibility that Mojang actually adds all three mobs. With all the controversy surrounding this year's mob vote, with Dream supposedly rigging it, and then the whole community with a bunch of toxicity, and everybody just, it's a whole mess, right? It's a whole mess. Nobody liked it. This year's mob vote was it was a mess, alright? I don't know if I've gotten the point across yet, but it is a mess. A literal show. And I think there's a good chance Mojang adds all three. Why? Well, I'm pretty sure I just stated why. It was a mess, right? And Mojang's gonna look at that and be like, hey everyone, this year's mob vote was a mess, so let's just add all three and forget this year's mob vote even happened. Now, the first two things I just talked about, the Iceologer's chances of being added because of what type of mob it is, and then this that I'm talking about here, the mob vote. They could happen, but again, these are slim possibilities. Mojang could do this, and I do believe that it's possible, but let's be real. Would Mojang really add all three mobs? I mean, the Glow Squid won, not really fair and square, but it did win, and I think if they added all three, what am I saying? If they added all three, the toxicity would be gone. Besides Dream stance, they'd probably be all mad, like, oh, but the Glow Squid won fair and square, even though it clearly didn't win fair and square. So enough of that point before I go on a rant about Dream. Let's get on to our next point. That next point is, it is a Minecraft Dungeons mob. If Mojang wants to continue it with adding Minecraft Dungeons and Minecraft Earth mobs, which I think they 100% should, there's a lot of really cool mobs in both games. Minecraft Earth has a lot of weird looking mobs, like the giant chicken. Is that a mob? I don't know if that's actually a mob, but they have a lot of interesting mobs, just of weird variants things. But in Minecraft Dungeons, there's a ton of mobs that are super cool, and the Iceologer is one of them. And if Mojang continues to do these Minecraft Dungeons and Minecraft Earth updates, maybe we could see the Iceologer back one day in another mob vote like we got this year, which featured 2 Minecraft Earth mobs and 1 Minecraft Dungeons mob, being the Iceologer. And remember, Mojang could just straight up make a Minecraft Dungeons update, which adds a ton of different features from Minecraft Dungeons to the base game, which I made a video on that. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. It was a hard video to make. But let's get on to our next point, and This is probably one of the biggest points. Let's get to it. The Iceologer has one of the largest mob fan bases. Like, I've never seen a mob fan base this big. Like, everywhere I go, every time I see something talking about the mob vote this year, there's always Iceologer, Moobloom, and Glow Squid. This year's mob vote it just featured a ton of people. You know, we got Mr. Beast in here. I mean, we got Dream, you know, and all his fan base. And again, Mr. Beast, he has a huge following, and we got them all in here. And then the Iceologer, the Glow Squid, the Moobloom, they're all supporting their own mobs. And the Iceologer has a massive supporting fan base. And that's all it needs. That's all it needs, honestly, is a supporting fan base. Simply because, look at the Caves update. The Caves and the Cliffs update. Did you see how many votes it got on the Minecraft feedback page? I think it was like over 50,000 or something like that. Like, that's a lot. That is a lot of votes for one suggestion. And Mojang saw it, and obviously they're like, this is a lot of votes. And they were like, let's make it. And I'm assuming they were probably thinking to make it anyways. But, I mean, Mojang likes to listen to the players, right? They're known for listening to the players, and I love that about them. And maybe, just maybe, they decide to listen to the Iceologers' massive fan base, which, let's grow the Iceologers fan base, please, let's do it. Maybe Mojang eventually adds it. I haven't exactly looked on the Minecraft feedback page in a while, but I'm going to assume the add all three mobs suggestion is on there, the add Iceologer is on there. I'm going to assume those are both on there, and I'm going to also assume, and hope, that they both have a lot of votes. And if they do manage to get a ton of votes, Mojang might even look at it and think, we could make that one day. And that, honestly, is the Iceologer's biggest hope, is its fan base. If Iceologer wants to get added into the game, the fan base needs to... They need to make some noise, alright? They need to stand up for the Iceologer. It sounds weird talking like this about a Minecraft mob. But they need to make sure Mojang hears them. They want the Iceologer in Minecraft. I mean, Mojang clearly heard that we wanted a cave update. And we got it. Now what are we supposed to ask Mojang and beg Mojang for? Well, guess what? Iceologer, perfect chance, perfect opportunity. And honestly, all you Moobloom fans, we can help you. We can help you guys out. We can help each other out. You know, we could do like an add all three mobs thing. We just beg Mojang for this, like they did with the Caves and the Cliffs update. Well, we asked for the Caves update, but it turned into the Caves and the Cliffs update. But it doesn't matter. It's super awesome. It's super awesome. I'm super excited. But the biggest downer of the Iceologer and a massive shot for us Iceologer fans is it lost. It lost. Then, despite everything that happened, it lost. Just like Mob Vote of 2017, Mojang hasn't even talked about the three mobs that lost. The Great Hunger, the Hovering Inferno, and the Monster of the Ocean Depths. Mojang hasn't even talked about those mobs. And they all lost then. So, what's going to happen here? I know the Iceologer has a huge fan base, but there's a chance it gets forgotten. Well, likely not ever truly forgotten, because, again, it's got a huge fan base and everything. But there's a chance Mojang forgets about it. Mojang, yeah, it lost this year. It did lose, maybe not fair and square, but it did lose. And that's its biggest downer. Just simply because it lost. And that could be a huge issue for Iceologer fans and the Iceologer itself, as it most likely won't get added. Again, simply because it lost. So in conclusion, what is the Iceologer's chances of making it into the game? Well, let me tell you, it's actually quite slim. Despite everything I said in this video, it's still quite slim. I made like 3 or 4 points talking about its chances being quite good to make it into the game. But that one reason it won't. The simple, it lost. That drops its chances so low. It's sad for us Iceologer fans. But you know, it did lose. Not fair and square, but it did lose. And just like the mobs of 2017 and the forgotten biomes that lost, maybe the Iceologer gets forgotten by Mojang. And they decide not to add it. Kind of like the 3 mobs from the mob vote of 2017. Unless they change their minds and decide to add those 3 mobs, and then maybe they add the Iceologer. That would be super cool to see. Or they just add all 3 mobs this year. Honestly, I'd be super happy. We could get a Piss Cow, Glow Squid, and the Iceologer. That'd be super cool to see. But its chances are, sadly, quite slim. Thank you all for watching. If you did enjoy, please leave a like, consider subscribing. I want to do more live streams more often. I like live streaming. We'll do it more often. And you know, this video was 100% unbiased. I was going off of everything unbiased. I did not have a lick of favoritism towards the Glow Squid, the Iceologer, or the Moobloom. Clearly not. It was 100% unbiased. If you couldn't tell, just wanted to let you all know because I'm a great journalist. What am I doing with my life? You know how it do be, though. And I will see you then!